What's going on, guys? Snake Guys here, bringing you some more Bloodborne news, and today we're going to be looking into the character creator menus and some of the starting classes that Bloodborne has to offer. With that being said, I won't really talk too deeply about character creation since it's basically the same that it's always been, so I'll lightly touch down on that and also point out some of the few things that I saw for myself. But getting right into it, all of the things like facial features, skin color, pupil color, hair, facial hair, tattoos, so on and so forth will be in the game. So for those who spend just as much time creating the character as they do actually playing the game, I'm pretty sure that this is great news for you. On the other hand, if you're like me and usually skip most of these things, know that we have preset faces that we can look at and pick the ones that are close enough. One thing to note is this one tab that says similar face, which I'm assuming goes hand in hand with face presets, and I think it's for people who find a preset face that for the most part looks pretty good but isn't exactly what they want to go with. Using this face as an example, if you don't like the nose for this preset face, then all you would need to do is go down one tab and look at similar faces and go with the one that doesn't have a nose that's so defined. That's just a theory though, so take that one pretty lightly. One new feature that I absolutely love is the addition to glasses as a part of the character creator, and we get to see a lot of different types of glasses making an appearance in Bloodborne, and I'd like to take the time to show off some of my favorites. Up first we have Rich Uncle Pennybags' monocle, followed by Abe's glasses from Hellboy, Shino's glasses from Naruto, which depending on how long you guys have been with me, you know that that's one of my favorite animes and I actually use their background music pretty often when it comes to my videos. Last but not least, and probably one of my favorites, Morpheus's glasses from The Matrix. All of these glasses, strangely enough, fit the theme of Bloodborne in my opinion, and even though it's something pretty small, I hope to see more glasses out there because if they're anything like the handful we see now, then I know that they'll be just as awesome. You can also change the color of your glasses, which I'm hoping means frame and lens, but since they don't go into that tab, I can't say for sure, but I still think it's safe to assume that just because if they did anything less, it really wouldn't make too much sense. One other thing to note is the addition to voice as part of your character creator, and there are a few things that come to mind when I see this. The main and perhaps most likely is that this will have some tied to gestures. Maybe there are gestures out there that'll kind of act like the wood carvings that Dark Souls 1 and 2 had, with a 1 or 2 word saying. Probably more words than that, but you get what I mean. And the voice is basically where you'll go if you want to change the kind of voice that you want your character to have. Who knows, maybe your character will actually speak and say a few things in a cutscene here and there, but again, since nothing was shown or talked about specifically, take those very lightly, but I still thought it was worth mentioning. Here are some of the starting classes people can choose from. Now, while I can't tell you guys specifically what each class favors when it comes to attributes, I can point out a few of them. Milk Toast will average out all of your character's attributes, while Lone Survivor will focus more on vitality and possibly endurance. Waste of Skin will act like the deprived class in Dark Souls 1 and 2, starting your character off with base stats in all attributes, which is perfect for people who want to start off with a level 1 character. Those are the ones that I know for sure, and these next few are guesses, so if you have better thoughts, feel free to list them down in the comments below. Professional could have something to do with focusing on stats like strength and skill that'll start your character off with being able to have the stats to use weapons that you otherwise couldn't use in the beginning. Military Veteran could focus more on Blood Tinge, which, for those who don't know, could be one of the primary attributes that you need in order to use guns. Noble Scion could focus more on the Arcane attribute, and as for the others, to be honest, I don't know. They sound like classes that focus more on combat and life attributes, but if you have any thoughts, I'd love to hear them. And for those who may be new to Bloodborne and just Souls games in general, know that starting classes aren't classes that are set in stone, but are actually guidelines for certain character builds that you might want to go with. The way you level up your character is completely up to you, so don't feel bad if you chose a class that didn't suit you in the end, because after that initial class selection, you'll have free reign to level up your character however you want. But that's pretty much going to wrap up this video, so leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already. With the way that these IGN videos are coming out, I'm basically trying to point out some of the things that they didn't point out, so for these next couple of Bloodborne news episodes, they might be a little further apart than they usually are. That's only because I'm really trying to point out some of the things that they don't talk about, and some of the things that they only show very briefly. So while I'm still going to continue Bloodborne news, just know that they might not be uploaded as often as they have been before. With all that being said, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take care.